All right. Okay. Speaking of Apple news, Apple is going to allow you to choose which AI model to use for different Apple Intelligence features, which is kind of interesting.
It's very of the moment.
Yes.
I was asking, can one of you explain this to me? Because I do not understand what this means at all.
Yeah, okay. So this is according to Bloomberg. In iOS 27, you're going to be able to use an extensions feature, which lets you pick different AI models for different features of Apple Intelligence, like Siri, writing tools, image playground, other stuff. So it's become clear over the last year or 2 years that these different AI models that people subscribe to, whether it's Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini, are better at certain things, right? And people subscribe to different ones. And at this point, I think Apple has given up trying to make their own competitive model, right? Like it would cost so much money, and the race is moving so fast and the updates are coming so fast that Apple would have to basically create an entire additional company within Apple just to keep up with all these other companies. So it makes more sense to just be the compute company that like runs the models.
Yeah, they are the hardware that everyone will run the models on.
Right.
So once all these models, obviously there's the cloud models, and then once these local models get good enough that everyone's running them locally on all their machines, they're the ones here with the machines.
Yeah.
And that we run them on their
Totally.
hardware.
Yeah. So like the iPhone is probably going to use Gemini Nano for like Siri things, right? But for all the other features, like Image Playground, which literally nobody uses, ChatGPT currently has, it's competitive between ChatGPT and Gemini for who has the best image model.
Sure.
But the fact that most people are probably only subscribed to one of these AI models at a time, right? So if you are subscribed to Gemini versus ChatGPT, you want to plug in all of your Gemini stuff to your iPhone so that it works natively, and Apple's happy to let you do that. It's more interesting that you can choose which model for which feature, which I guess makes sense because, some models like Claude is better at reasoning. So if there was some sort of reasoning feature in the iPhone, I guess, that's better for reasoning, you would plug in your Claude model. It is kind of like a if you know kind of thing. Like the average iPhone user probably isn't going to be plugging in a bunch of different models, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to see what the UI is for this because
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm trying to do, I don't know, like Siri, I want to have Siri be accessing Gemini.
Yeah.
But then for image generation, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And then for circle to search, let's do Gemini again.
Yeah.
And then like all those different things, shortcut automations. Let me use Claude for that.
Yeah.
What is that UI even going to look like? Even saying it out loud, I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a defaults page in the settings. Like the way you can choose your search engine default now by going into settings and switching it from Google to one of the other options on the
Image
list.
generation default.
If there's like a Apple Intelligence section in the settings, which there is, and you go into all the different features and can drop down a list and change the defaults to all of them.
Yeah.
Maybe there is a default for all of them that lines up. Maybe it's Gemini for everything, but then you can go on the list and change it.
Yeah. My question becomes like, how much is this going to impact your usage limits for all these apps? Because if you accidentally like hit all your usage limits on Claude just by using your iPhone, and then you can't really use it on your computer, that's pretty annoying.
Yeah. Will it be like an extension that plugs into your account with Claude, or is it just like a fully isolated instance of like asking Claude for something but has no context from your account?
I imagine
what
it will be your
ChatGPT
account.
Because right now, when you ask for something that Siri can't handle and it kicks out to ChatGPT, that's not with the context of your account.
You can sign into your account,
You
though.
can sign in, okay.
Yeah.
But when it wasn't signed in, it was just however many queries you want.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
The free version, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's still limits to the free version, so it's kind of... And I don't think Apple's going to want to pay that bill for a bunch of regular people. But it would be interesting if you couldn't use all of the features of your iPhone unless you had an AI subscription plan from a different company.
Yes.
Interesting or apocalyptic?
I don't know about apocalyptic.
Definitely driving a lot of usage of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, if there's anything Siri can't handle, we'll just kick it out to any of these companies.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's possible that these companies are going to have deals with Apple because they want people to use their product more, right? So if Anthropic wants more people to adopt Claude and they say, oh, you can try Claude you can use Claude on the iPhone for free, and then it motivates people to use Claude on their desktop.
Yep.
then that's good for Anthropic.
That's good for them.
It's possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can I tell a funny Apple Intelligence story from last week?
Yeah.
I decided to fire up what's it called, Genmoji.
I love Genmoji, dude. I use it all the time.
Really? Because
I'm its biggest fan.
I cannot get anything useful out of it. And to be fair, the story I'm about to tell is mostly user error. but what happened is I was like, I needed a cowboy boot emoji.
Yeah.
And so I
made one.
I searched. I was just moving really fast, and I just searched boot, and it gave me a rain boot. And I was like, oh, I didn't get specific enough. Silly me. So I put in cowboy boot, and it put a cowboy hat on the rain boot.
Wow.
That's so good.
Like it should know.
And I was like,
That's incredible.
okay.
That's so good.